Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Season 3 Championship of the Trivia 10, the last episode of Trivia 10 for a while at least. We'll see, maybe one day it makes a comeback in a little while, but at least for a good chunk of time, this is going to be the last Trivia 10 episode you'll be seeing for a while. We got two wild cards facing off here, two people who have been on the Trivia 10 many, many times. So quad 1 wild card George looking for his first ever Trivia 10 championship, and then quad 3 wild card Harry looking for his repeat back-to-back championships. Will we get a new champion? Will we get a repeat champion? We will have to see. But the bracket, how we got here, so George's path was he beat Jonathan Fuji with the final clip in the final round. Still the closest matchup of all the playoffs, where that you and Jonathan were just neck and neck, and then you're able to beat Gooch to land yourself here in the championship. And then the other side of the bracket, Harry, you went through Josiah in the first round, and then Doug in the most recent episode of the Trivia 10 of the final four to get to the championship here. So you can see it. We have quad 3 wild card Harry, quad 1 wild card George. We'll start with Harry defending your belt. How are you feeling coming into this thing?
Sorry, there's renovations happening next door if you can't hear me. I feel great. I'm still like on a high from the Doug matchup. That was unreal. I thought it was toast by the end. Jesus Christ, I thought it was toast by the end of it. But no, I'm cool. I'm feeling keen. Can't believe you beat Gooch. I love Gooch. Gooch is my man. Gooch is nice. Sorry, I'm going on mute while you talk. Sorry, Jesus Christ.
George, how are you feeling coming into this thing?
I'm feeling great. I'm nervous going up against the defending champ, because not only is he the defending champ, but he did beat me last season. So there's that extra bit of pressure. But final episode of Trivia 10. So big shout out to you, Tyler. You've put on 3 incredible seasons. You've kept the fans coming back, and you've made us think more than I've wanted to, and you've made me stress out more than I've wanted to, but it's in a fun way. So I appreciate you for doing this for 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, it feels like it's like the last day of work where like you're a little sad to be leaving, but like the overwhelming majority feeling is like, man, I don't have to put in this effort anymore, which like I love doing the Trivia 10, but it was definitely honestly the work of making the trivias was half the battle. The scheduling was the other half. And then it's like it's nice when I can get like 2 months ahead of time pre-recorded, but when like these last few rounds we've been just going week to week, so it's like this, we're recording on a Monday evening for George, and it's like this episode has to go up tomorrow morning, so it's like this is our only shot, so it's like it just adds unnecessary pressure and annoyance. But I was
going to say that you have 2 people on completely opposite sides of the globe. That's not making it easy.
It's a mess, but you two are flexible and made it work. So
Harry just woke up. I just got out of work, so we're both not in great headspaces right now. So maybe that's a good thing.
Well, let's put this thing to the test and see who's going to be crowned champion here today. So new episodes. Well, at least people know it's not you passing gas. It's just the renovations next door. But so new episodes will no longer be every Tuesday and Friday. So the Trivia 10, I know I've seen some comments being like, darn, I just started watching, bummed it's ending. Like, we go on my channel, season 1, 2, 3, they're all in playlists, and they're separated by quads for season 3 as well. But there are dozens and dozens of episodes of single person trivias, of head-to-head trivias, ranging from quick matchups to like over hour long. Like the season 1 championship was like insanely long. So there's so much backlog stuff. So if you're bummed that is over and you haven't seen those, or you haven't seen them in a while, it's been going on for like a year and a half, just go watch those, check those out as well. All the way back from episode 1 with Cam to now in the final season 3 championship. But more stuff will be coming on the YouTube channel. Don't know exactly when. Soon though, and I don't know if I'm going to be every Tuesday, Friday, if it's going to be Tuesdays or Fridays or whatever. So completely new schedule coming up. So stay tuned for that. But let's get into this thing. George versus Harry, 2 wild cards facing off. So today, how our matchup's going to go, we have 2 sections. So that top thing's a lie. So we have 3 strikes, you're out. So only 2 sections a day. But we're going to do 2 rounds of that. So times 2. And we're going to do real reveal. So there's no real sabotage this time, but it's going to be times 4. It's going to be 4 rounds. But it's a random real reveal, and you'll see what I mean by that when we get there. So a little different flavors. We got 3 strikes, you're out, 2 rounds of that. Nothing really fancy there. That's going to be the same thing we've seen before. And then the real reveal will be pretty standard once we get there, but you'll see kind of what the twist is. And there's going to be 4 total. So 2 each of you there for it.
I knew it. I knew you weren't going to come with a standard episode, Tyler. I knew you were going to throw something at us.
Yeah, it's a little curveball, but it's nothing too crazy. It's
I'm already
you got my heart beating already.
Yeah, I'm already sweating.
Well, at the end of the day, this is all for fun, and we'll see who gets crowned here. But We're going to start with the 3 strikes you're out. So this is where you don't really have to prepare for any curveballs or anything because this is
I love this shit, man.
the exact same thing as before. So 10 points per answer you're able to get. We have the wheel of names here to spin around to figure out who's going to go first. So George or Harry. And we're doing 2 rounds of this. So I'm going to spin the wheel a second time for the next one so you can go first. So the wheel says, George, you're going to be the one starting here today with the first 3 strikes you're out.
All right. Harry, good luck, by the way, man.
Yeah. Good luck to both of you from my
they're
side.
they're like drilling in shelves next door, so they only can last for so long.
That's all fine. I can always mute your audio and stuff in the post editing as well. So 3 strikes you're out, 10 points each. Let's go ahead. George, you're up first here.
Yeah. Luck, George.
What are the highest rated 5 movies from Jennifer Lawrence, Casey Affleck, and Anthony Mackie? So those are the 3 actors. So we've done this before. So highest rated based on Letterboxd average rating. Yep. Top 5 doesn't have to go in any order. You don't have to do any actor or actress first. You can do whatever you want. But George, the board is open. Jennifer Lawrence, Casey Affleck, Anthony Mackie. They're top 5 highest rated on Letterboxd according to average rating.
This one's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Anthony Mackie's gonna be the tough one here. That's the one I want to stay away from for now.
Yeah, let's agree there. Let's do that last.
Yeah, what's a good? I will start with Casey Affleck, and I will throw out Manchester by the Sea.
Manchester by the Sea is in there at the 4 for him at a 4.1.
A 4?
Yeah, that's wild. That had to be 1.
Oh, Harry, you're up next.
Could I please go Casey Affleck for Good Will Hunting?
Yep, that's going to be in there at the 2. That's a 4.3. Okay. So 10 to 10. George, back to you.
I feel like Casey Affleck, we're going to finish it off pretty quickly. I'll throw out Interstellar for Casey Affleck.
Interstellar, Casey Affleck. You are correct. That's going to be in there at the 1. So you got the 1 out there, 4.4.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He's in some highly rated stuff if a 4.1 is his 4th. But back to you, Harry.
Can I go Silver Linings Playbook, Tyler?
Silver Linings Playbook, yes. Going over Jennifer Lawrence here.
Yeah, sorry,
for Anthony Mackie, right?
Yeah, for Anthony Mackie.
That'll be in there at the 3 for her. 3 out of 3.7. 3.7. So not quite as highly rated movies as Casey Affleck. George, back to you.
Yeah, I just like Manchester by the Sea. I thought Silver Linings would be Jennifer's highest rated. I'll throw out X-Men: Days of Future Past.
X-Men: Days of Future Past is going to be in there, and that'll be also in there at a 3.7 overall rating. That'll be in there at the 4 spot. So same rating as Silver Linings Playbook, 3.7. 10 more points to George, and we are back to Harry.
I'm gonna have a swing at AMAC. Sorry. Captain America's the Captain America Winter Soldier for AMAC.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Captain America Winter Soldier will be in there. They'll be in there at the 5.
More I think about that might be the best MCU film. It might be.
It's up there. Although, if we're going Letterboxd ratings, I'd imagine Infinity War is higher for Anthony Mackie. So I'll throw Infinity War out.
Mm-hmm. You'd be right. That's in there at the 2. 4.0. Back to Harry.
That is wild.
Yeah.
It's number 1.
I'm not going to say what I'm going to say because it's a little bit of a hint, but that's actually wild that that's not number 1.
Well, I can think of with Anthony Mackie that probably wouldn't be 8 Mile. Even though it should be. He was in Hurt Locker, that one Best Picture. Hurt Locker, Anthony Mackie.
That'll be in there, and that'll be in there at the 4. 3.8.
We're actually killing this shit.
Yeah, we are killing this shit. I mean, I'm going to keep the Anthony Mackie train going because Endgame has to be at that 3, I think, or the 1. No way it's the 1, but it's got to be the 3.
It is in at the 3. You are right. Endgame in at the 3.
Dude, what is it?
Yeah, why did I go away from Marvel? Casey Affleck's in Oppenheimer.
He is in Oppenheimer, and that'll be in there.
He's
at the
great
3.
in Oppenheimer. He's horrifying in that.
Great in Oppenheimer. I want to close out that Casey Affleck, but there are like 6 movies. I think
I know.
There are a lot.
I'm gonna have a swing at one, but
I'm not gonna have a swing. I'm gonna let you have a swing at one before I take a swing at one. I'm gonna throw out for Jennifer Lawrence. I'm gonna throw out Catching Fire.
Catching Fire will be in there, and that'll be her highest rated film.
Wow,
at 3.9.
Hell yeah!
But still, her highest rated 3.9. Then we have 4 Casey's above it. So Jennifer Lawrence, let's get you in a 4.0 or above movie.
Yeah, seriously. I'm still surprised Silver Linings isn't. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm bugging out. Maybe I haven't seen it in a while.
it's a great movie.
Harry, you're up.
Tyler, please show me Ocean's 11 for Casey Affleck.
Ocean's 11 is not going to be on there. Actually, that'll be your first time.
That sucks. One of the
That's
greatest
a
movies
tough
of all time.
one.
His filmography is crazy though.
His filmography is fucking insane. I was just thinking that
because I feel like everyone mentally thinks
crazy.
Casey Affleck, and they're like, oh, like the lesser brother, but like, which still
No.
could be true, but like, his filmography is crazy, and it's not like he's like the lead in Interstellar.
That would be like
more
a good
Oppenheimer.
TikTok video.
Those,
Like who's the best like brother or brother sister? Who's the best sibling duo or trio in like ever?
Well, since you claimed it, you can make that TikTok, but this video goes live in like 12 hours. So if someone takes it for you after it goes live, that's your own.
Okay, that's fair.
It's obviously Mark and Donnie Wahlberg.
So we're back to George.
Damn it! I thought it was Ocean's 11. I'm gonna have another swipe at.
I think I'm gonna take a swipe at Casey Affleck too. I'm gonna take a swipe at the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
Yeah, you got even every single word in that title correct, and there you go. In the 5, it's any Real Talk listeners watching this, which I imagine some are. I know you guys have been begging for us to do that on our Patreon exclusive review for weeks and weeks. Maybe one day it'll happen, but that will be what's in there at the 5. So clears off the Affleck, which. I don't know if I'm surprised or not. That's the first column you guys got done. I think they're all. I don't know. But back to Harry. Where do you want to go next?
Thanks for doing that, George. Because I was definitely going to go Ghost Story.
I would listen. I would have loved to say a Ghost Story, but I've seen that movie enough to know that it's not the highest rated movie.
He does it so much around that, like up at 3s. It's crazy. Harry.
I mean, his top 5 all being in the 4s is gross.
Wild.
Yeah,
Wild.
he's
That's
unreal. He's a mad dog. He's a mad cunt. Could I go Jennifer Lawrence? Could I go First Class, X-Men First Class?
That'll be in there as well, and that'll be in there at the 5.
Oh, I was
thinking. And we are back to George.
Damn, that was a good poll.
Captain America: New World Order is still on the board.
So is
you didn't even get the title right.
What is it?
Brave New World.
Brave New World. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, that's how you know it's not on that list.
Dark Phoenix is also available.
Oh, it is shit.
Yeah, if you can guess Winter's Bone next, that'd be prime, Harry.
That'd be good.
We are Jennifer Lawrence, man. What are you doing to me?
It's a lot, man. Everything but Silver Lining so far was just a franchise for her.
Seriously. I'll throw out Hunger Games, the first one, not the Catching Fires.
Or the Mock, that's going to be the final one. Yep, the Hunger Games. So maybe she's a slot merchant.
Yeah, she is a slot merchant, man.
Oscar winner, but a slot merchant. Right? She won for Silver Linings Playbook.
She won for Silver Linings. Yeah.
Youngest or one of the youngest. But one left. Harry.
Yeah. Can we just say, George? Well done. How good is this?
Yeah, we're doing really. What have we got? We got 14 so far, and only one strike between the two of us. Where is it?
Yeah.
Now, what's the fucking movie this fucker is in?
I think I know what it is. I'm not gonna lie. I think I just pulled it.
Okay, I got no idea. I'm gonna go 8 Mile.
It is not 8 Mile, but I agree with what you said a few minutes ago. It should be in its top 5.
Yeah, 8 Mile's great.
Yeah.
George, do you know what it is?
Yeah, I think it's in the same realm, not in the same realm as 8 Mile, but I think it has the same aesthetic as 8 Mile, and we're looking at Clint Eastwood's $1 Million Baby.
That will be the final one. $1 Million Baby.
Everyone always forgets that he's in that one.
He's in that. Yeah. Wow.
They are weirdly in this. I don't know, because when I was prepping for this too, I don't know why I had that same thought when I like looked at the poster for him. Like, this kind of feels like 8 Mile-y. But yeah.
What I was gonna say that was kind of a spoiler when we pulled Infinity War. I was gonna say I know for a fact Infinity War is number 1 because we just did that like real quick with the MCU ratings.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to say that because I wanted Harry to keep guessing Infinity Wars or MCU stuff.
Well,
Damn,
you two cleared the board. You two did incredible here. Great work here. So George gets the upper hand, 30 points after the first round, but we got another round of 3 strikes you're out. So we're starting from scratch here.
If we undo every board here,
I think we will. I think I'm so locked in right now. I want you to know I spent more time studying for this final than I did like for my Series 7 exam. Like I spent so much time. I was just scrolling Letterboxd, looking at everything, man.
Well, I'm glad Harry won this. At first, I was like, oh, it's a little unfair if, like, since George won first time, I was like, maybe I should just do whoever loses the first one goes, like, whoever loses the first wheel spin, flip it for the next time. But the wheel did it anyway. So Harry's going first.
Give me Nick Cage movies.
So now what we're gonna do is 3 strikes are out. Same thing. The box office. The box office. People hear it's a box office.
Oh, man.
3rd time box office, 4th time. What are the top 5 box office movies from Saoirse Ronan, Brad Pitt, and Matthew McConaughey? Harry, the board is yours. Any person, any number, wherever you want to go.
Saoirse Ronan's wild here. she's a wild card here.
So
can I get Interstellar for Maddie?
You can get Interstellar, and that will be number 1 for Mr. Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey's going to be tough because he's got so many fucking rom-coms that I can easily see grossing so high.
Brad Pitt's might change after F1.
Brad Pitt's going to be a tough one too, man. I could see a lot of different movies being in that top 5. I'm going to throw out Deadpool 2 first for Brad Pitt.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the pull.
That is number 1 for Brad Pitt. A little full circle moment. I think the very first guest to cast in season 1, episode 1 with Mr. Cam Walsh was obviously the infamous Brad Pitt first cast member revealed, and he clips it off the first guest. So, full circle with the trivia 10. But we are back to Harry now.
I'm not going to touch Saoirse Ronan for a little bit.
Saoirse Ronan's also a tough one, man.
Yeah, she's also insanely talented. I can't think of anything but World War Z at the moment. Can I get World War Z for B Pitts?
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Blockbuster hits for Brad Pitt, and I'll be in there. The 2 for him, World War Z. Back to George.
I also don't want to touch Saoirse Ronan right now. I'm scared of her.
Sorry, Saoirse. No, you're a fan of the show.
Yeah, honestly, I'm scared of all 3 of them right now. They all have such big. I mean, maybe not Saoirse, but Brad Pitt and McConaughey have massive filmographies. Harry guessed it in the last one. I'll guess it in this one. Give me Ocean's 11.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go next.
We'll clip in there for Brad Pitt at the 5.
See now
kind of crazy because if you look at Brad Pitt's 2 and Brad Pitt's 5, like that's the small gap already. But you have 2 films that snuck their way perfectly into that narrow gap.
The question now is that the highest grossing Ocean's movie?
Ooh.
Yeah. That's the question I am currently asking myself.
Wolf of Wall Street, Maddie.
That's a sick pull, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
That is correct. Wolf of Wall Street is in there.
Thinking of that.
That'll be in there at the 2, of course, at the 390.
That's also the problem with these guys. They have like supporting performances that you could forget about.
Yeah, you got a movie where he's in there for literally a frame.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
George, you're up.
Now I'm trying to think of like supporting shit that McConaughey and Pitt could like absolutely be in. I'm really blanking on the 2 of them right now. So I will take a stab at Saoirse, and I'm going to go with Little Women. I feel like Greta could have that pull.
Mm-hmm. Greta does have that pull for Little Women. That's the 1.
The highest grossing. That's awesome.
Yeah,
it is the highest grossing, but also like 218 isn't like It's great, but
listen,
not to be a variety on Sinners type reporting. But I'm just saying, her highest is half of Brad's fifth. But I mean, Brad Pitt's also 3 times her age, so right back at you, Brad Pitt.
That's true.
Back to Henry.
It'd be cool if we get all 1s and all 2s. So I want to go Saoirse Ronan. Give me Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yep, that will be in there for Saoirse, and that will be in there at 2.
How good, dude! This is just aesthetically pleasing. This board.
I don't want to ruin it.
let's just call it a tie.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride Saoirse, and I'm gonna ride Greta as well. I'll throw out Lady Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good.
Wow, so you guys love the 1, 2s, and 5s.
Yeah. What's McConaughey's 5? Please pull it, Harry. Please pull it. I'm begging you.
See, I was gonna go Pitt, but all right. Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder will be in there, but it won't be at the 5, unfortunately. But you're still getting obviously full points, full 10 points for that.
Ruined it.
Yeah,
it's in there at the 3. It's in there.
That's on me. That's on me there, dude. Fuck, Tropic Thunder actually might be a perfect film. Like it might be.
George.
I got your TiVo.
I have a movie in mind for McConaughey, but also it's part of a franchise, so it could be one of the 5 movies. I might stay away from that.
I got nothing.
Nah, whatever. Let me throw out. I'm gonna throw out Magic Mike, the first one.
Oh, good pick.
He might only be in the first one, if I'm remembering.
It is Magic Mike. I do not know the answer if he's only in that one. I have seen them all, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
He might only be in that first one, but you got that right. Back to Harry.
Give me the Beta Odyssey, Troy.
Mm-hmm. That'll be in there at the 4. Troy.
Dude, Troy actually fucks so hard. That movie's so much fun.
Fucking pull, dude. I wasn't.
That movie's so much fun.
George is a big fan. Seth isn't. They quarrel over it often.
I did like Troy. I just rewatched Troy not too long ago, actually.
Man, it's fun.
Yeah, kind of like surprised me at how much I was like into it.
That's so good.
I mean, I'm falling apart now. I'm falling apart.
No, I'm kind of spacing right now as well, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies that could be in here. Saoirse's, I'm blanking on Saoirse. I feel like we've pulled.
I got one more for Saoirse. That's kind of it.
The problem is for like Brad Pitt for that. Like I'm thinking of like his biggest movies, like Seven and Fight Clubs, but like they came out.
Did they pull money?
Yeah, there's no way they pulled that much money. So like maybe I'm stupid for just not throwing out Fight Club, but like I cannot imagine Fight Club or Seven. A young David Fincher, a young Brad Pitt. I can't imagine they were pulling that much money. And then McConaughey, like we said, McConaughey just has so many supporting performances. Tropic Thunder was a crazy pull.
It's a good fucking movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a crazy pull.
I don't know what it's called. I just know the sound it makes when it lies.
I don't know, man. I cannot see. I mean, Dallas Buyers Club, like, was it re-released after he won? I doubt it, and I doubt it made that much money. I'm gonna throw out. Oh, fuck me, man. Harry, this is your fault, dude. Troy and Tropic Thunder really fucked me up.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I will. Okay, I'm gonna throw out How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I feel like
yes, that's what I was gonna say. Good
Kate
pick.
and Matthew are probably box office draws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, well done. That's
board.
sick. It's like his biggest rom-com, right? Like it had to be.
Yeah. Yep, but yeah, big gap. Like it's like Interstellar and Wolf of Wall Street, and then big jumps down to the next.
I was ready to throw out Ghosts of Girlfriends Pasts or whatever that fucking movie is.
Harry, we're back to you. So we have the number 3 Brad Pitt left, and we have the number 3 and number 4 Saoirse Ronan's left.
Okay, I've got 2 ideas with Mr. Pitt. Both could be wrong. Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it should be on there, but it's not. It's gonna be your first X. George, what are you thinking?
Like
That should way be.
Yeah,
on
that should be on
totally.
there. Now
Tyler, redo the list.
fuck, that's how
I am double checking. No, it's not. It's accurately not on there.
Well,
Saoirse's tough, man. Little Women. I thought Lady Bird would be higher, honestly. So I was.
Yeah.
That 3 and 4 now is kind of killing me.
If only Greta would have cast her in Barbie. Then
I know. I'm actually happy you said that, because in my head I was thinking, did she have a cameo in Barbie? But obviously,
I hope. I mean, Barbie made more than 218.
A
little bit more than that.
He made 218 in a day.
Yeah.
All right, I got to throw something out. So this
I
will
love
probably be
Barbie.
my
Good
first
movie.
X. Let me get 7 on Brad Pitt.
That will be your first X.
Yeah. Fuck.
Back to Harry.
The other one for Pitt I had was Fury. Fury.
That'll be your second X. David Ayer's Fury.
Talking about.
And George, you're up. I mean, this one's tough, and I would say objectively, I think it's tougher than the one you guys cleared the board on previously. So
Yeah, we cleared that shit.
Yeah, we cleared that shit. Yeah, it's gone. Ciao.
Like,
I love this game, by the way, Tyler. Of all your games, this is
I
my
love this
favorite
game too. It really makes you think, man.
one. It's so good.
The funny thing is, if it was the same actors and actress, but it was highest rated movies, I think we would have cleaned this board so easily.
But
But box
it's like,
office makes it tough, because you got to think. Like, I'm not guessing Fight Club. Like, if Fight Club is number 3, I'll absolutely take that L. But I'm not guessing. I don't think it's like. So like, what
for sure?
What could be high Brad Pitt box offices? I have a couple coming to mind, but I'm so scared to guess all of them.
This is worldwide box office, right, Tyler?
yes.
Yeah. See, Australians, we only look at our own country.
No, all right. I'll stick with Pitt. I'll throw out the Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
That's good.
That might be equally as stupid.
That got good money. That did get good money.
That would be your second X. If it was, most Oscar nominations in each of these, that would maybe be number 1, because I think that movie got like 11 Oscar noms. But not gonna be.
A ton.
Harry, 1 life left. What are you thinking here?
I'm gonna go Saoirse. I'm thinking Lovely Bones because of Marky Mark. It has to get over 80 million, and it's a Peter Jackson film. Mark Wahlberg.
That's a good thought.
Even though it's not the happiest of stories, can get Lovely Bones for Saoirse.
So that'll be in there at the 4. Lovely Bones was your
Harry, man.
I can't remember when it was, but I know at one point, Harry, your real reveal was Lovely Bones. I don't know if we talked box office at that time, but Lovely Bones, Peter Jackson, Saoirse Ronan. Yep. So we got the number 3s left for Saoirse and Brad. You both have 1 life left. George, you're up.
Stanley Tucci, Lovely Bones.
Now you mentioned Marky Mark. Now I'm trying to think of like Brad Pitt and Saoirse movies, but I'm trying to think of their supporting casts.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the ones where they're not the main, then, right?
Yeah, like who could be box office draw? Saoirse's so tough, man. You know what? Brad Pitt.
Do it.
Are they? At the time, I'd imagine the two of them are massive box office draws. I'm gonna take Bradgelina. I'm gonna go with Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Great poll. When you started referencing that, I was like, I wonder if he's thinking the right 2 people, but Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
That's unreal.
Now, of course, Donald Glover and Maya Erskine. I don't know if I got that second one right, but I haven't seen an episode of it, so don't blame me. Harry, you're up. Saoirse Ronan.
I'm gonna be honest. I have no fucking idea.
The thing is, like, I have Saoirse Ronan movies in my head, but like, I don't. Everything I'm thinking of, I cannot see grossing over $100 million or $95 million.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Maybe she was a really small character in National Treasure 2: Book of Secrets. That would have got like $400 million, surely.
Probably, yeah, but no, she unfortunately was not in that. So it's gonna be your final X. George, final X.
Yeah.
Which of the Saoirse Ronan movies?
George, if we clear this fucking board.
I really think I'm about to pull it, because when you said smaller role, one movie just came straight to my mind. And I know Keira Knightley is a box office draw at the time, so I am going to pull Atonement.
Atonement.
Yeah.
Atonement is there. Atonement
That's so well done. That's so good.
Smaller part unlocked a little.
Yeah, small, because that's the problem with these, man. You start thinking like Deadpool 2 should have like really clicked in my head. Like, okay, let's think of smaller roles for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like Wolf of Wall Street, I would have overlooked if Harry didn't guess it off the rip.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't have to take it on the chin. You said with Fight Club, you said if that's on there, you'll take it. But no, it's not on there. It's probably not even in his top 10 if I'm being honest. But yeah, well done, you two. You both cleared both boards. Incredibly well done. So all 300 points were grabbed, but George is going to have a lead of 40 going into the real reveals now. So very close, anyone's game. And we have 4 of these. Well, we have 4 real reveals, but it's 2 each. So 2 rounds basically of real reveal. But how this is going to work is instead of assigning each of you the ones, I got 4 real reveals here, and we're going to spin the wheel. And you're randomly going to get assigned. So the fate of the wheel is going to determine, I always see people comment like, oh, you gave him an easier one than the other person or whatever. Hey, today the wheel decides. And the way it's going to work too, and I'm going to keep it this way, is I have your names on here twice. So if it's George or Harry, then you'll be able to do both your rounds if the wheel says, and you're going to get your full score before the other person goes. So caveat here, which I'm going to let you two decide and talk out now, is for Letterboxd score and your last date watch. Right now, the way I have it is what's written behind this as like Harry's score, George's score, Harry's last date watch, George's last date watch. Do you want, and you'll both agree, do you want that to stay and I reveal it so you see both of yours, or do you want me to just read off what yours is? I feel like it might give a little more information, but maybe it's information you want. But basically, do you think we should be showing you what both people's scores and both people's last date watches are, or should it just be yours specific if the name lands on you? What do you guys think you want to do there?
I'm fine with. I don't know Harry's Letterboxd that well.
Yeah, I don't know George's Letterboxd, but if it says watched every day, I know it's fucking Batman. But yeah, let's do both. That's fun.
Yeah, I'll do both.
All right.
Damn it! I knew I should have studied Harry's Letterboxd.
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember when it was. Maybe in like season 1 or something. I did something like that where people had to study the other person's Letterboxd. I'll do that. But yeah, so here we go. Let's see again. Real reveal number 1. Harry or George?
George, it's just face off on mine. So
I really hope it's Harry.
Harry first?
George.
Harry first?
That'd be sick, wouldn't it?
So, yeah. And in my estimation, the wheel's randomly choosing, but I would say personally, according to me, I'd say all 4 of them are like of equal difficulty, but I think that going into every episode of Trivia 10, and people always find a way to complain and say, I'm rigging it for one person or another or whatever. So Harry's removed, so we'll spin the next time. So you obviously see Harry has a 1/3 chance compared to 2/3 chance. But first up, Harry, where do you want to start? So there's no real sabotage. We're just doing the randomness here. But so yeah,
cool.
What clue do you want?
Can I get third build actor, please, Tyler?
Third build actor
Give me Julia Fox.
Gina Rollins.
Gina Rollins. All right. Can you clarify who the fuck Gina Rollins is?
Yeah, I would love to do that if I knew.
Just like real quick.
I love that, like the last thing Tyler said, where they're all equal difficulty, and then no disrespect to Gina Rollins.
Well, that's
she's probably good at it.
People are like, you gave him such an easy one because of this. It's like, well, you picked the clue that like gave you the answer. Like it's like sometimes the writer is a dead giveaway, sometimes it's not. Sometimes the cinematographer is easy, sometimes it's not. So it's like, A, like the movie has to be equal difficulty, but B, it's like I can't predict what clues you guys go for. So third build Gina Rollins.
Could I please get?
I imagine you're not gonna guess yet.
No. Could I please get writer?
Yes, the writer or writers is Jeremy Levin and Jan Sardi.
Might be cooked here, chat. Might be cooked here.
Also, side note with the renovations going on in your apartment whatever house, townhome, apartment, it's crazy because it's morning for you. So like, I'd be furious, man, if it's morning and all of a sudden they're just like, yo, let me just do some
from home as
full
well.
on construction. Yeah, exactly. I'd be pissed. Because it is just a silly game. But if I was like in a work meeting, I'd be like, yo, like they need to chill out over there. But yeah, what's the next clue you're thinking here?
See, I'm not. I don't know how deep your Jeremy Levin or Jan Sardi bag is, George. But for me, it's not too deep.
Not very deep, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I don't think, I'm going to be honest, in 3 seasons of Trivia 10, I don't think I've ever picked writers.
You're not a writer guy?
I am not a writer bag guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if that's ignorant, but...
See, I could go
films are visual medium, so...
I'm good with writers and cinematographers. I can go cinematographer, but that would still be such a group of movies. Can I go second build actor?
Yes. Second build actor for 20 points is going to be Rachel McAdams. So someone I hope now you know on the board.
Yeah, I know Rachel.
Only person I know, so don't feel
we go way back.
Of the 4 names you've unveiled here, it's the only name I know.
Yeah, she's a mad dog. Second build. I'm thinking either About Time or The Notebook. Could I have date last watched? Because I watched About Time last month.
Yeah, so we are going to get the first ever in Trivia 10 history, the double reveal. So last date watched. Harry, you marked this as watched 2 years ago, and George marked this as watched 4 years ago. So for anyone listening who may not be as familiar with Letterboxd, that just means that they have not, neither of them have logged it in their diary ever. It's just at one point 2 years ago for Harry, 4 years ago for George, they went in on Letterboxd and marked it as watched.
Nice. Unrelated, George. When's the last time you watched The Notebook?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it's probably 4 years ago. I'm going to The Notebook.
Yep, it is The Notebook. Yeah, I think that is it is a safer play because I don't know what they're building, but it's probably like a Bill Nighy or Margot Robbie for.
Once I saw Last Date Watch, it was marked for me. I was like, yeah, that's The Notebook.
Yeah, both of you have seen About Time more recently, as you should, because it's the far superior Rachel McAdams film.
Fucking rules.
About Time would have been. I think About Time would have been a funny guess because there's just no way whoever Gene Rollins is was the third.
Yeah, no, but for people watching, if you want to come on a season 4, if it ever comes around, I think what Harry did there is a championship move of he had no clue what it was at the first 2, and we've seen it so many times again where people start like, well, I've already burned points, I'm just gonna scramble, get a bunch of small ones, and that doesn't help you much. It's like biting the bullet for a big pointer early, I think, is an underutilized strategy that not enough people do because they're afraid of the big points. But you end up getting 103 there, and I always say anything above 100 is a good score. Which, like, and the first 2 clues for 25 points, you had zero idea of any of them. So it's like, Rachel McAdams, obviously a very big name, so that narrows it down massively. So I think take notes if you want to be on season 4. Okay, so now we're on to 2. And
what a compliment from Tyler right there. Wow. I love that gas. I'll take it.
I'm surprised the Soups method of director to lead actor and just burn 50 points.
50 just straight up.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
50 off the rip.
Yeah. I fucking love Soups, man. I wish I was that happy about life whenever he reacts to anything. I love him.
I think he's in London right now for the Thunderbolts premiere, so I'm sure he's really loving life.
That's
All
cool.
right. Here's how we're going. Going to be Harry 1/3 chance or George 2/3 chance of getting the second one here. Be really interesting and fascinating if it is Harry again. Just such an interesting strategy.
Yeah. Wow.
Fascinating stuff.
Oh, that puts so much pressure. I hate that. I hate
you. Is this like cause I'm Australian? Is this racist or something? Are you pulling the race card?
I think it all is dependent on person. I think I might prefer to go first, honestly, because that puts the pressure. We saw that Harry. We saw that with you, and I feel like. If we looked at
and Doug was unreal.
If we look at live odds, I think Doug at one point was probably -5. Like he was a heavy favorite, I'd say, at the end of the match, where you had such a lead going into that real sabotage and blew it, and it's like, not blew it because it was a tough movie, but blew it in the sense that he had a big lead and it got wiped away. So that's why I think I don't know personally. For me, if I was in your shoes, I kind of might like going first, but I don't really know. I think obviously ideally it'd be like alternating, but. Yeah. I think it's more interesting because we're getting stuff new for this final championship here. So hopefully the viewers are appreciating. But Harry, you can finish up your Trivia 10 tenure of these 3 seasons and all coming down to this. You can just wipe your hands clean after this one. And you're just gonna have to sit and be a spectator. So what's the first clue you want this time?
Could I please get third build actor again?
Third build actor is Gina Rollins. I'm just kidding. It's Mark Rylance. Mark Rylance. Marky Mark.
Funny man.
Kind of a low-key, like an under-talked about all-time like third build guy. Like everyone always says like, oh, Samuel Jackson's third build and everything. It's like Mark Ryland's kind of, it's his bag. Third build.
I kind of want to have a swing. Is that too? Oh no, it probably wouldn't be third because I'm thinking Ready Player One. That's the only thing that's coming to mind right now. Because it'd be Tyler Sheridan, probably Olivia Cook, but then is it Simon Pegg, Mark Rylance, or Ben Mendelsohn, otherwise known as Bendo Mendo? Can I get Last Date Watched? So I said like 2 months ago.
Last Date Watch for 2 points.
Mine will be interesting here.
We have Harry marked as watched 2 years ago. George rated 3 years ago.
Okay, so it's not Ready Player One. Because I know that me and George watch that probably every week.
I've watched that several times.
Yeah, that movie.
That Last Date Watched, yeah, for me, if it was Ready Player One, I definitely. Actually, I don't know if I've seen it in 2025, but I definitely watched it within the last.
Yeah, I've seen it twice in 2025. Movie fucking rules. Okay, Mark Rylance. I mean, maybe Bridge of Spies. Maybe. Can please get Ryder.
Mm-hmm. Writer for 10 points is going to be Christopher Nolan.
What was he? What Nolan movie was he in? Can I get a number of words in the title? What Nolan movie is he in?
1 word in the title.
Okay, not Interstellar. Fuck, that's majority of his fucking movies, isn't it? No, The Dark Knights. Oh, he's in Dunkirk.
It is Dunkirk. Dunkirk is correct. Christopher Nolan.
Should have got that off.
Big one there for the writer-director combo. So, Harry, your time here on the Trivia 10 is done. So you can,
it's good
go yell at the construction workers. You can do whatever you want.
They're taking out 3 balconies and putting them back up. I think they're bored. Like, right now they're like,
just a
7 a.m.
program.
jackhammering. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, so your final score here today is going to be 352 in the 4 rounds of this game. And George, you're at 470. So you have 118 points. So that means you have to average 90 something on both of these. So just because I have it up.
Yeah, please. I would like
blue George or red George. It's literally Matrix, blue pill.
I want the confetti.
You're getting the blue
Democrat.
Pill, which I mean, yeah, blue. So here we go. George, now is your turn. Where do you want to start?
So sorry. What's my how many points?
118. 118 points is how much Harry is in, or how much you have the lead of. So you can't. If you subtract more than 118 points from yourself, you will lose.
That's a
lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a good number though, because I don't need to take risks, but I also can't fumble something. Like I can't leave.
Yeah, that's it's good enough for it to be
it's a good middle ground where I'm still stressing.
Yeah.
I mean, all reliable is always the play, but this is the finals, and I feel like with the tactic with the way this game is playing out, where any of these 4 could have been for either of us, it's not I don't know the Notebook cinematographer, that would have fucked me.
Yeah.
I kind of like the third build actor play, but I'll save that for maybe the next one. So I will open up cinematographer.
Mm-hmm. Cinematographer for 10. Yes, 10 points.
It's a fucking name I know. Please be a name I know. But my thing
Darius
is
Wolski.
Yeah. The annoying part of this is where do you go from here? Right? Darius Wolski.
How's your Darius Wolski bag?
It's not that deep. I have 2 movies coming to mind because I know he's a frequent collaborator of Sir Ridley Scott. I don't know if he's a sir, actually.
I believe Ridley Scott's a sir.
Is he?
Christopher Nolan's a sir.
Christopher Nolan's definitely a sir. That's my sir. Third build actor might help.
Danny DeVito, sir.
Danny, yeah. Is he really?
No, he should be though.
It sucks that like I'm only thinking of 3 movies in my head right now. Let's go. My Letterboxd score could help. Hold on.
That would also give you Harry's.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That wouldn't help or hurt me.
I think it would help more if it was like if Doug was in the final, because it's like one person rates at 4 and the other person rates at 1. That gives you a lot.
Yeah. But Harry and I are probably closer in ratings than Doug and I for sure. Let's go number of words in the title.
Number of words in the title for 4 points is going to be. It's gonna be 2 words in this title today.
Can I ask a logic question?
Yeah, you can ask anything you want. We'll see if I answer it.
Does that include the word the?
Yeah, and the numbers all count as a word.
Okay.
So like I always use the example Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man is 1 word still, but 3 so Spider-Man 3 is a 2-word title.
Okay. Then I believe this is The Martian.
It is The Martian.
Well done.
Martian. Darius Volsky and number of words in the title. And
That's
again, this is all on the wheel. So if anyone's going to say like, oh, you knew George would go cinematographer and no Darius Wolski. This is all the wheel to tell.
Yeah, that was the wheel.
Darius Wolski
that was the wheel.
Yeah. So I'm a stupid brain cinematographer. I know like 3. So yeah. So
that's
there you
awesome.
go.
What a cool. Well done.
So you obviously have to go one more time. You have a lead of 104 here. So I mean, I think Doug lost 104 last week to lose to Harry. So this has happened 3 days ago.
I'm gonna try making
someone
should I just play it safe and just go director, lead actor? Like, should I just play
I shouldn't even be here.
That doesn't leave you a lot of wiggle room though if you don't know the.
If I don't know the director, then lead actor, then I'm fucked. Let's open second build actor.
Yeah, good.
And that brings me down to 84 points.
Yep, 84 points. Second build actor is gonna be William H. Macy today.
Oh, he's a prick in every movie.
But I don't know how deep my William H. Macy bag is. Is he fucking like the second build actor in Hot Rod or some shit?
First thing I think of when I think of him is always just TV. I was thinking of Shameless.
Oh yeah,
Shameless. I think of his recent like college admissions scandal or some nonsense.
Oh man, he was part of that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't his like wife the one that like did that.
That's right. Yeah. Game respect game.
What would he be second building? Let's really think about this. I know Hot Rod. I don't even know if he's in Hot Rod. I might just be pulling that out of my ass.
Guess Hot Rod.
I just watched Jurassic Park 3. He's not the second build actor.
No.
You all right about this? I didn't know he was married to Felicity Huffman.
Yeah, that's the woman. Yeah. She went to jail, or she's still in jail.
She's probably in like a mansion, not jail, like not a real jail.
She ain't in the slammer.
Yeah.
No.
He's not the second build actor in Magnolia. There's no way. Is he? Francis?
Do it.
Yeah, I want to. Francis McDormand is the top build person in Fargo. But is the second build actor Steve Buscemi or William H. Macy? That's where I'm. So let's throw out Fargo.
Well done. That's so good.
Fargo is correct.
That's exactly where I would go. That's unreal. Well done.
See, the thing is about the wheel too is George didn't even get the Christopher Nolan movie on the wheel. So like,
there can be no.
If I got the Nolan movie, then you would have been ripped with comments like, "Oh, this is rigged."
Yeah, that would have been rigged. George would
that would have been bad for you.
But yes, Fargo is correct. Incredible work. You win with a lead of 84. And I mean, we have the winner here, George, first time winner. It works out. So we got Doug, George, and Harry, all 3 winners of the Trivia 10. All 3 ended up in the final 4 of what the final season for now of the Trivia 10 is. So clearly none of them were flukes. They all are trivia ball knowers. And I think is about as beautiful of a way as you can send off the Trivia 10. Because if you look back at it, I mean,
that was a good
you cleared both. Sick. You both cleared both, so completely cleared. And I always say if you get above 100, it's a good score. And all 4 of your guys' runs were above 100. So there was no mess ups here. I think people sometimes get bummed in the comments when like, oh, this person like it sucks seeing someone like just not completely not know a movie or sell, because then it's like, oh damn, it's like just ruins everything. It's not a close match. This was a close match every single round. We got the new fun wheel. We got the knowing what both of you rated movies, what both of you logged movies. But yeah, so we'll start with Harry, who is still a season 2 champion, so a lot to be happy about. But you're coming short today on season 3. How are you feeling about your performance on the Trivia 10 as a whole, and your face off with George here?
No, this shit's so much fun, Tyler. Like, so well done. There's obviously so much work that goes behind this. So I know I wouldn't have been able to do it for so long. So that's so impressive. But this, yeah, I love this stuff. So this shit was sick. And it's awesome that, like, yeah, all 3 are in the top 4. Shout out Gooch next time. But
season 4 has Gucci's name on it. Yep.
Absolutely. That'd be so sick. Legacy play. But no, this was sick. This is good fun. I love this shit. Well done, Tyler. And good work, George. Worthy. Getting Fargo off second build. Like if you lost, I would have been unhappy.
See, that's okay. Perfect example. Like, can you go back to Fargo and open cinematographer? There's 100% chance I don't know this name.
No, you know the name.
Do I? Oh yeah. Okay.
but Roger Deakins to me, like there's 15 other movies
that would
have
absolutely fucked me up.
Yeah, that's almost like too popular cinematographer where you're gonna start thinking like Sicario, or you're gonna think of all his most popular.
See, that's
works.
so interesting. Like if I pulled cinematography, you open Roger Deakins, like I don't know where I would have gone, because like I have so many Roger Deakins movies at like 4.5 and 5. Like, I don't know, but wow, I can't believe it even slipped my mind that Roger Deakins did Fargo.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But George, how you feeling? You get the belt, the championship here. Can't remember what you finished in the final 2 seasons, but I know you at least made the playoffs in one of the seasons. But
I didn't make playoffs in the first season. I lost to Harry in the semis of last season. So
1-1. We're gonna do it
again.
So
now 1-1.
Actually fist fight.
Yeah, in 1 month, Tyler, you might have to just make a quick ad hoc. Break the tiebreaker between Harry and I. So we're 1-1. So, but it's good to get that revenge. It was a absolute battle, and like Harry said, this is always fun, win or lose, no matter how stressed I get, no matter how much my heart starts racing. This is a ton of fun to test our ball knowledge, and it's fun. Thankfully, I'm not in Alex Coleman's position, who I think missed the playoffs 3 seasons in a row, just so everyone listening and watching knows that.
He doesn't like District 9. Isn't that kind of wild?
Zero ball knowledge. I don't know what's wrong with that, man. But yeah, this was fun. Good shit, Harry. We cleared those 2 boards, and that was lovely. Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, we had a lot of full circle moments. We had the Deadpool 2 making its way back with the Lovely Bones, which Harry had on a real reveal few times ago, being involved here on another one, and we the most harmonious way to end it would be one final shot at Alex Coleman, who is unfortunately the punching bag of every season. And it's only
love you, Alex.
Good sport about
listen, we're home recording Trivia 10. I just came from work. Meanwhile, Alex is in Vegas at WWE, so he's having the time of his life.
He quite confidently doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Tyler, can I expect my belt or trophy in the mail in 3 to 5 business days, or how does that work? When do
we'll see. We'll get you something. Your ego's not big enough.
Sounds like mad excited, mad happy.
I'd like to
nice.
Time.
Nice.
I'd like to thank my parents for raising me with unlimited ball knowledge. I'd like to thank TylerCWhitmore for an unbelievable 3 seasons of Trivia 10. I'd like to thank the ReelTok Podcast. Shout out my co-hosts, Tyler being one of them, including Seth and Cam. I love you all. Harry, it was an absolute battle. I appreciate you. And I'll
is that a mini Oscar? Here, I'll send you this. I have a Dundee award.
A mini Oscar.
I'll send you this Dundee.
That's good.
The mini Oscar for some reason says lucky, which is kind of the theme of my Trivia 10 run. I feel like I've just been getting lucky left and right.
That brings season 3 to the close, and the Trivia 10 as we know it to a close. We had an incredible championship matchup between 2 stalwarts of competition. But George getting the victory today. And again, like I said, the Trivia 10 we will not be continuing. So no more new episodes every Tuesday and Friday. I don't know if I will be posting weekly YouTube videos. So make sure you subscribe and stay for that. And again, if you're sad it's over, me too. There's plenty of seasons and playlists and I don't know. I've done it twice a week for like a year and a half. So that means what? There's like probably like
You can
100
rest now,
episodes.
Tyler. Holy shit.
Probably 100 episodes of Trivia 10. So
It's like Thanos at the end of
Tyler could go
at the
to
end of
sleep.
Infinity War.
Finally.
yeah.
Just
But
rests, watches on a Grateful Universe.
yeah. So April 22nd, 2025 is when this goes up. So hope you guys enjoyed this championship. Hope you guys enjoyed season 3, and hope you guys enjoyed the Trivia 10 experience as a whole, because season 3 kicked off in like July or August of 2024.
Yeah.
So this is a long season, and we're wrapping up here. Great work, you two. Always a pleasure having both of you on. Always a pleasure, obviously, George, podcasting every week with you, and Harry coming on and being a guest on the Love Death Movies podcast. It's been a blast. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hit that subscribe button. There's gonna be more videos from me soon. Just don't know what exactly it'll be, but it won't be Trivia 10 for a while. And with that, hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. Thank you all. Peace.